Welcome to Tirefoam Gaming. This channel is all about creative builds, useful tips,
750 screws.
and the occasional "what was I thinking" moment.
This one, we'll figure that one out later.
Subscribe and let's see where this goes.
Well, welcome back to tirefoamcan Gaming. We're still here in the mega base and working on getting iron up and running. We went through a lot of iterations last time and landed on this. Lots of work to do. So next up, what we need to do is get the rest of the plates up and running and get my logistics set up to send plates upstairs so that we can make our screws and reinforced iron plates and modular frames all upstairs. And also some foundation work. So I have the skeleton made up pretty well everywhere. A few things yet to fix up for the foundations and the skeleton. And then once I'm ready to start building upstairs, I'll start filling in like I've already started doing for the foundation for the floor in the logistics area. But first things first, let's get our iron plates up and running. So to get my iron plates up and running, I'm going to put smart splitters in off of all of my current iron plate production and then future expansion here too. And then make my holes up top for all of my conveyors to go through. So I've already got one here. I've got this one set for left to be iron plate and then center to be overflow. And if I just go ahead and grab that one and put it here next, lock it in place and nudge it over, I'll be able to get all of these put in place, clipped in nicely, just to have some efficiency. Alright, so eventually I'll have some more expansion here. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 8 more just like this. Just like this. Bring this down. Make it go the correct way. And, oh, it needs to go this way. That should attach to, yep, just like that. It looks weird, but it's the best way I could get to make it work. And then I also need to make my little mixer here too. Oh, and I actually made a improvement to this. I used to have 2 mergers down here at the end, but instead I'm gonna bring the mergers this way and then put a conveyor in around like that to loop it back underneath and send all of my product that way. And iron plates are now being produced and logistics set up to send it to the next level up here and split off to go over into storage. Up here I'm going to do, it's all, well, there's constructors and there's assemblers. Constructors for screws, and then some of those screws will be used for reinforced iron plating. And then I have iron rods and reinforced iron plating used for modular frames. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill in this whole bottom area with foundation and get set up to allow for all of my stuff to come in and products to come out. And just before I cover all this up, I think that looks pretty cool. Time to make the next level of my tower. So each corner, we're going to zoop up 10. This one, we'll figure that one out later. Ten is just easier because I can just point to this guy and let it rip. The big thing is to get the corner so I can get this floor put in. Bring that over that way. That over this way. Down one more. And note to self, you can cut out a lot of this flying around. Alright, zoop that one over. That one over. Let's see how these match up. Maybe this could be a little park within my building. Alright. And then the middle. Alright, now The reason I did this is because of screws. Screws seem to be a problem with everything. When I calculated this, if I look at screws, I need 40 per minute, or I'm sorry, I need 10 iron rods per minute to make 40 screws. Now that means for a Mark IV belt of delivery, that's 480 items per minute on a Mark IV. That means I can use 6 of my blueprints to consume a 480 belt. Now, that's a problem because I have 40 screws per constructor coming out, right? So 40 screws coming out, that's a lot of screws. So 6 times 8 times 40, 1,920. So 1,920 divided by 480, that's 4 sets that I need in order to consume a full belt of a full Mark IV belt of iron rods. So that's like a whole floor. But if I make it into levels, then I think I'll be okay. Let me see if I can make it and show you what I mean. All right, so I have an alternate recipe for reinforced iron plates, and that requires 50 screws to make 3 reinforced iron plates. That's 250 screws per minute. That's 750, and a Mark V belt is 780. So if I do like a floor here, this set of constructors, that's going to make 40 screws per minute, and then that is 40 times 16 is 640. So just shy, and I can overclock a couple of these to get this to be those 2 to service this 1 set of assemblers. It's not 1-to-1, it's not super efficient, but I'll have some extra machines that will be running and some stuff that'll be idle. But I'm really looking for throughput, not so much efficiency of 1-to-1. In this area, I'll do more assemblers for modular frames. And I know I'll need screws for the recipe I have for rotors. So I'll reserve this area here for that. Alright, no more assemblers over here because I changed my mind. I'm going to do this instead. I have 2 sets of blueprints making screws. That is 640 screws. And then I have 1 set of assemblers up here that will consume 750. Took me a second. 750 screws. But I think this will work better. This is my screw setup. So I just need to decide if I want to do another floor for my modular frames, which really wouldn't be the end of the world because I've got room to expand for screws and for reinforced iron plating here. Really making a lot of scale. This is the whole iron wing. The whole iron tower, not the iron wing. Now the busy work. I have to configure all of these machines to make screws. This one's already set up, so we're gonna copy it. We're gonna paste it. We're gonna paste all these all the way down. And then once everything is configured, making reinforced iron plates. And then I went ahead and added the other side here too. So I'm making more reinforced iron plates. So all of this, these 2 quadrants, are making a total of 160 reinforced iron plates. It's not really that many, but it's enough for now, and I can double that by expanding out that way. I just need more screws. I'm using a different recipe. I'm using the the bolted iron plate recipe. So that gives me 15 per minute, but that requires 250 screws per minute for each one of these assemblers. And that is a little bit of a bottleneck because that means I need 750 screws total. And if I look at what I'm making for my screws, I'm making 40 per minute on a total of 16. So 640 screws per minute. But I'm making reinforced iron plates and I've got some room to expand to get to a total of 320 per minute. So that's definitely a lot more than I'm making over there, which I think is, I don't even know, it's really little in crystal blue. It's like, I have, I think 6, maybe 8 total assemblers for the classic recipe. So what, that's like 15. Now I will have to send those up to the next story for my modular frames. Those take rods and reinforced iron plates. And that's really about it. So making our way, iron is on its way and a higher capacity than what I had before, just through this whole mess of things that I'm making. And I will have to do some more iron ingots because I'm not making a full amount, just because of what's being sent in right now. So I'm going to explore that next time, as well as adding modular frames. Oh, and hide behind the wall. Maybe I'll get the old spreadsheets out and see what that's going to look like. And lastly, my organization is working out well. Everything running in this way, and I can mix it in a pretty decent way underneath here in this little logistics layer. So stuff coming in or stuff going out in this direction is at this level, and then stuff coming back or being delivered to the machining area is going that way. Well, that's it for this one. Enjoy the organization and the madness of making this whole mega style factory. Hopefully my planning will keep everything somewhat organized and a little bit more sane.